Do you know why the Chinese Lunar New Year is different from the Jewish Lunar New Year?
Okay, well, one's Chinese and one is not really Jewish. It's a biblical New Year. The Chinese New Year this year was January 31st, and it is the year of the horse. Now, the BBC made a tremendous subtitle blunder when they wrote, "Welcome to the year of the whores."
Nice.
Right. And this says, no, it's the year of the horse. And this is also called the Lantern Festival, which honors the various gods of the Chinese pantheism, okay? The many gods of the Chinese. It is always the second new moon after the winter solstice. See, it goes all the way back to Babylon. It was the priest of Babylon who divided the year into the four quadrants: the winter solstice, the summer solstice, the vernal and autumnal equinoxes. Winter solstice, summer solstice, vernal autumnal equinox, man. And so, with the confusion of the languages, they still took their calendar, the reckoning, out to the far reaches of the earth. And so after the winter solstice, the second new moon, that is when the Chinese start their year. And it has nothing to do with the biblical New Year. The biblical New Year is in the month that the barley is Aviv in the land of Israel. This was set aside and apart for us right there while we were in bondage in Egypt. It says that when the Almighty sent the plague of hail and destroyed the barley, and with the fire and the hail, it says because the barley was destroyed because it was Aviv, which is an ancient Hebrew agricultural term that applies only to barley. And it says that from now on, we shall keep the feast of Passover and unleavened bread in the month of the Aviv. For in the month of the Aviv, Ha-Aviv in Hebrew, it's not the month of Aviv, but the Aviv, that is when we came out of Egypt. And so each year, we watch at the end of the 12th month to see if the barley is Aviv in the land of Israel. If it is not Aviv, then we add another month onto the year, and so the barley has an opportunity to ripen because we cannot offer the barley in the temple for the Feast of First Fruit, the Day of First Fruits, or Yom HaBikurim, until it's reached a level of maturity. And so last year, there was no Aviv barley in the land of Israel at the end of the 12th month. It was Aviv at the end of the 12th month, and there were many that said, went over there and said, well, we couldn't find Aviv barley. Well, the fact that they couldn't find Aviv barley only says to me that I have no idea if these people would know Aviv barley if it bit them on the back of the neck. Well, it turns out that the month in which they said would really be Passover, the barley was completely gone. It was consumed. All it was is just completely dry, crusty stalk, broken over on the side of the Mount of Olives. There was no of the barley left in on the side of the Mount of Olives. But this year, we really expect that just as in the last year of Yeshua's ministry, the last year, it was only 1 year, but coming around to the month of the Aviv, that there was an Adar bet that year, and we also expect the very same thing this year. It would be extremely rare for it not to be an Adar bet this year. It'd be like unheard of in the history of planet Earth. So there you have it, the differences between the Chinese pagan New Year and the biblical New Year.
That explains it.